November is National Diabetes Month, and the theme for this year is Take Charge of Tomorrow, Preventing Diabetes Health Problems. Now celebrating its 10th anniversary, the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, located in Warren St. Michael, has been in the forefront of looking after the needs of diabetics and pre-diabetics in Barbados. Whether it's diabetic eye screening, vascular screening, podiatry services, advice on nutrition, our range of diabetes specialists, doctors and nurses are available to fulfill your diabetic needs. Call and make an appointment today at 243-3937 or 417-0305. The Maria Holder Diabetes Center. BART members get 10% off.
This is a special welcome to everyone listening to 100.7 QFM right now. This is Peter Boyce here, and I am here to invite you to listen to the next 15 minutes you hear on QFM, which is being sponsored by the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, along with the Barbados Diabetic Eye Screening Program. You listening already know that Q is good for you, but you know what else is good for you? The Maria Holder Diabetes Center, especially if you are diabetic or pre-diabetic.
I know what that is. Right behind you, let's get some polyclinic and Warrens.
You are absolutely right. And this special 15-minute health program you are going to hear every week for this November Diabetes Month, telling you all about the services at the Maria Holder Diabetes Center. So, you know, Bajans have a lot to celebrate this month. It's our Independence or Republic Month, whichever one you want to call it.
I like independence.
And it's also Diabetes Month. And one place that is your one-stop shop for all of your diabetic needs is the Maria Holder Diabetes Center. So you Q listeners might be wondering,
exactly what are the services at the Maria Holder Diabetes Center? I would like to know.
So we are going to start right off by introducing you to the General Manager of the Diabetes Foundation, Miss Marsha White, to give you an overview of the center. You all know Marsha? Well, you're going to know her now. This is Marsha.
What we have here at the Maria Holder Diabetes Center for the Caribbean is a national treasure. We are unique. We are a center committed to the comprehensive care, treatment, early detection, so prevention, potentially reversal where possible, and also the education about diabetes. We offer everything that you need in a one-stop shop to take care of diabetes. If you get diagnosed, this is where you want to go. We have a full staff of doctors and specialist nurses, technicians. If you think that you are at risk for diabetes, if you're concerned at all, you want to make sure that you come in and see us because we're going to take really, really good care of you.
Okay, Marsha, tell us a bit about the equipment which is available at the Maria Holder Diabetes Center.
Well, we are so fortunate and grateful to have been donated two very significant pieces of equipment when it comes to the management of diabetes. We have an eye screening machine that does retinal screening, takes your eye pressure. We also have a machine which does vascular screening, so that measures your blood flow in your legs. And as you know, that is very, very important when it comes to avoiding complications that could lead to amputation. So we also do ECG screening, we do kidney screening, and basically, we do all of the kinds of screening that you would need if you are either pre-diabetic or already have been diagnosed with diabetes. And we're just so happy to be able to offer this in our cutting-edge facility that offers comprehensive care to diabetes.
For a long time, I was prolonging not to have my eyes, I went to get an eye screening, eye check for a long time. But because of I had a cataract operation 5 years ago at the hospital, and then when we go to the hospital, because of the amount of people that goes to the clinic there, you don't always get special attention. And just about a couple months ago, Diabetes Foundation, they had called me, Dr. Prophet, send the message that they were doing the eye screening program, and I went and I had my eyes done. Both me and my fiance, and I can say that I was well satisfied with the result. Right now, the cataract is under control. So I would say yes, that is very good. It's very good for diabetics.
You just heard from a satisfied customer of the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, where you can also get your eye screened for diabetic retinopathy. Remember, once you are diabetic, you're supposed to do that every year. They also have vascular services for if you have bad circulation, where you can get that checked out and make sure you don't have a serious problem. They have the best diabetes doctors and nurses, And there's now a new podiatrist at the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, Miss Louise Robinson. So when you're out like dancing at Q in the community, you know you're going to be on your feet. And diabetics especially need to take care of their feet. So let us hear from Louise. I am here right now at the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, and I have the pleasure of speaking to the new podiatrist, Miss Louise Robinson. Welcome, Louise.
Thank you.
Louise, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, obviously you can tell I'm English. I've moved to Barbados 4 months ago. I trained in the UK at the University of Salford in podiatry, and recently I'm qualified. Come to Barbados. Why? Because my parents are from here. I love Barbados, love everything about it, sea, sunshine, and I'm glad to be here.
So what made you decide to specialize in podiatry?
Well, my mother was a diabetic and she suffered with her feet. Previous to that, I worked in the UK in the NHS as a nursing assistant. So I worked in the GPs. So I know the prevalence of diabetes and the problems it's caused. And coming to Barbados, knowing the amputation rate is being so high, I was hoping to be part of a team to reduce that. So that was the reasons why I chose to go into diabetes and podiatry.
So diabetics who might be at home listening, what would cause them to want to seek out your service and come to the Maria Holder Diabetes Center?
Well, diabetes is a huge issue when it comes to dealing with your feet. So people should never forget that. People always think, well, the diabetes, it's my sugar levels, my eyes, my kidneys, my heart, but the feet are really important. So people should be coming to me. I would rather see people before problems occur, so they can come to me for basic foot checks if they've got problems with the nails, ingrown toenails, callus, the hard skin at the bottom of the foot. That's very important for people with diabetes, that they don't leave that, because that can build up, and underneath it can build into a pressure wound and cause an ulcer. Then from there, that's how people then have amputations. So they should be coming to me for foot checks. I can listen to their heartbeat and the heart rate through the feet. Any corns or calluses, like I said, I can remove those. And just talk about general good footwear and how to be healthy and eat well and keep control of the diabetes, and make sure that they don't walk barefoot, and just give them tips of checking the feet on a daily basis and what to look for. So that's why they should be coming to see me for prevention. I'm here Monday, Wednesday and Thursday. Our doors are always open at the Diabetic Centre. Any concerns about family members, please give us a call and come and see us. I'm always happy to discuss any needs, look at your feet, give you some advice, and that's what we do. Just keep well and keep checking your feet.
So we go straight from Foot Dr. Louise to a musical break. A song that you line dance to at Q in the community. This is RPB with Some Things Happening. Compliments, the Maria Holder Diabetes Center.
Old people jumping up, woman with child in hand, chipping behind a costume van. I see big truck keep coming down, kicking off heavy sound. Soca is all I hear, right from the start of the day. All color, creed and class, moving together, making mass. Oi, 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 something's happening, and it's so exciting. People just having fun, one big celebration, must be a really grand occasion. Oi, 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 something's happening.
Be part of the effort to beat back diabetes in this Diabetes Month in the Know Your Numbers 5K race coming off on Sunday, the 10th of November at Sky Mall in Haggett Hall. From 3:45 p.m., you can skate or ride or run or walk. T-shirts available from the Diabetes and Hypertension Association, the Barbados Diabetes Foundation in Warrens, and the Lions Club Zone A. T-shirts adults $30 and kids $20. And the T-shirts are spectacular. I am wearing on right now. And if you can't see me, that's why you need to go and get your own for the Know Your Numbers 5K race coming off on Sunday, November the 10th. Attention BARP members, the Maria Holder Diabetes Center will be having special diabetic screening clinics at the BARP office Hastings every Thursday in November. Diabetic eye screening and podiatry foot screen only $90 each, or get both for only $175. Book your appointment now at 417-0305 for diabetic screenings at the BARP office every Thursday in November only.
The Maria Holder Diabetes Center, serving you through Diabetes Month and beyond.
As you listen to the Maria Holder Diabetes Show on QFM, you might be out there listening and wondering,
but what is exactly the difference between the different types of diabetes?
So for the answer to that, let's go to diabetes specialist Dr. Diane Braffett. Hello, Dr. D.
Hi, good day. Thanks again for having me. Okay, so we're talking about diabetes mellitus. So remember, this is a condition where when there is either not enough insulin in the body or the insulin that's being produced is not working, and therefore the levels of the glucose, what people call sugar, build up in the blood. So when you have the type 1 diabetes, it means that the body is not able to produce insulin at all. Whereas when you have type 2 diabetes, you're able to produce insulin, but the insulin doesn't function properly, and therefore the sugar still builds up in the bloodstream in the same way, but it's not because of an absence of the insulin, it's because the insulin doesn't work properly. So type 1, that tends to be more common, in children, but it can occur in adults as well, and a lot of the times it tends to have a more what we call it rapid onset, and the person can actually present like being very unwell. Sometimes some of the children may present in something called diabetic ketoacidosis, where they're really unwell and they may have tummy pain and vomiting and very high blood sugars, weight loss. It doesn't always present like that, but the blood sugars tend to build up quite quickly because you're not producing insulin. And if you think in contrast, type 2 can be quite different because you can actually have type 2 diabetes for a long time and not know you have it, because the sugars can build up at a slower kind of rate, because sometimes the way in which the insulin dysfunctions or how it happens at a slower rate or a different rate, or it's a different condition really. So sometimes you don't have any symptoms because of type 2 diabetes. I always tell people the most common symptom of type 2 diabetes is nothing, but when the sugars get high enough, you can get things such as like numbness in the feet. You can have changes in your vision. You can get yeast infections, pass water very frequently, itchy skin, weight loss. Sometimes people get increased appetite, thirst, headache. So, the two of them, when the sugars are very high, I'm going to have similar symptoms, but they're different kind of causes.
We now go to a lady who has experienced the Barbados eye screening program. How long have you had diabetes?
I had diabetes now for 22 years. I got gestational diabetes which didn't go away after childbirth, and it then developed into diabetes.
Tell us about your experience with the screening program.
Well, I found the service is very good, and I would advise anyone who is a diabetic, give it a try, because it definitely do work. Once you follow the plan and you follow what you're supposed to do, yes, it can improve your eyesight, and yes, it do work. It can work for you. I had a nutritionist that taught me the right way to eat, a physical therapist. I also was taught, as I said, the right way to eat, the portions that you do put on your plate is very important, and there was a chart that was given for me to follow. They just didn't tell me. They also gave me documentation. I had pamphlet, everything that I cannot follow, so I wouldn't get off track or go astray and do my own thing.
Another satisfied customer of the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, where you can find quality health services at low prices. So if you're a diabetic or pre-diabetic and listening to QFM right now, you need to give them a call at 243-3937 or 417-0305. And that's about it for today. Remember, November is Diabetes Month, and make sure and attend one of the health events to celebrate this month. Don't miss next week when we will be dealing with, can diabetics eat conkeys? I like eating conkeys, bad. Why can't I eat conkeys? For the answer to that and more of your diabetic questions, tune in next week, same Q station, for the Maria Holder Diabetes Radio Show.
November is National Diabetes Month, and the theme for this year is Take Charge of Tomorrow, preventing diabetes health problems. Now celebrating its 10th anniversary, the Maria Holder Diabetes Center, located in Warren St. Michael, has been in the forefront of looking after the needs of diabetics and pre-diabetics in Barbados. Whether it's diabetic eye screening, vascular screening, podiatry services, advice on nutrition, our range of diabetes specialists, doctors and nurses are available to fulfill your diabetic needs.